The border town of Benque del Carmen prided itself once more over the weekend as they shared in traditions that date back to 100 years. The events for the Easter season commenced on Palm Sunday with a procession from the entrance of town toward the Mount Carmel Catholic Church representing Jesus' arrival into Jerusalem. A host of other vibrant processions and activities continued throughout the week. David Ruiz is the coordinator of the Holy Week Committee at Mount Carmel Catholic Church.
Well, the whole week is focused on the Passion of Jesus, the principal events in the Passion, the suffering, the death. So Monday, for example, we start the week with the procession of Mary as our Mother of Sorrows. And then on Tuesday, we commemorate the meeting, the encounter of Jesus with Mary on his way to Calvary. So what we call el encuentro, which is over 100 years old, the procession. And what's significant about that procession is that there are two in one, with the men on one end and the women on the next end, and both processions meet at a particular point in time, which is el encuentro, no? Jesus meets Mary.
The climactic episode for the Holy Week activities takes place on Good Friday, with the reenactment of the Passion of the Christ in the morning.
The reenactment started 20 years ago. It just came as an idea of a group of us friends said, well, it would be good to have the stations live, no? Because traditionally it was the procession, the priest would pray the 14 stations. I myself is not involved that much in the coordination. No? Now it's been turned to other people, the younger people who take over. It's that continuity that has kept this tradition alive, no, in Benque. And we hope that, like the big reenactments like in Mexico, now they're celebrating over 100 years. We will get to see that day. No, I won't see it definitely, but we will have hopefully the 100th anniversary of the dramatization.
Love News spoke with two of the actors and asked them how they felt to be keeping tradition alive.
My character is Pontius Pilate. I've been practicing it for 4 years now.
Okay, what makes you want to become involved in this activity?
Well, while growing up, I always saw Mr. Sosa portraying the character. So I was like, maybe someday I'll be up there. And eventually I stepped up to the challenge 4 years ago, and I told the director then if I could join in because nobody wanted to play the role. And here I am still doing it for the 4th year now. I feel blessed to be given this opportunity, and to be able to share with the young people so that they can see, get a glimpse of what it would be like when Jesus was crucified.
I'm a Pharisee. I'm the bad guy, the one that crucifies Jesus Christ, who tries to motivate the crowd. Because we have a little crowd, we had like about 10 females and some males. So we encourage them to shout, to show that, yes, it's today that Jesus will get crucified. So that was my role. It's my second time. So actually this year I felt it went very good. It went very good. It was very interactive between the people, and a lot of people came out to see it. It's a very good feeling, the people coming out, and it's like in the middle of the day right now, people still come out. So it's like Pontius Pilate said, it's a blessing to be here, and enacting this vivid moment that occurred like 2,000 years ago, right?
Ruiz says the reenactment has grabbed the attention of people all over the country, but many locals have stopped coming out because to them it has become something common. He told us more about what takes place on Good Friday.
The carpets, it's a beautiful form of artistry. It's getting better and better, and that is an ancient practice in Guatemala. It's an indigenous practice which was kind of enriched by the Spanish conquest, with the Catholic symbols, but it does come from the Mayas. It's known that during the pageants, royal pageants, they had all these alfombras for the kings in Mayaland. Benque readily adapted as part of the culture. Now, I guess we all should give credit to Josefina Salas, who took it out on the streets, and has done all this work. And of course, the neighbors have picked it up. And so it's a community effort.
This, the carpet, that's somewhat recent, right? How long has that been taking place?
If I'm not mistaken, it's maybe about 6 to 8 years.
The activities for Good Friday come to an end with El Santo Entierro, which is the funeral, the biggest procession for Holy Week in Benque and anywhere else in the country of Belize.
I remember, when I was a child, it was a small procession. Well, it was the biggest procession in the community, but with 4 of the elders carrying the statue of the corpus of Jesus, and then I remember Father John McHugh inviting a group of us because he wanted to kind of revamp the whole thing. The procession has evolved, has grown, so that now we have the anda, or the platform, being taken by 40 men from 4. And that's a big thing, It shows that there is participation, the people want the tradition to continue. I would say, I don't know how many, but probably a few, 2,000-3,000 people in the procession, and people coming from different parts of.
Ruiz says it is the younger generation that helps to carry out the traditions of our ancestors. The entire country of Belize is invited to make Benque your next stop to visit on Good Friday of next year and involve yourselves in a decade of traditions.
En tus manos encomiendo mi espíritu.
Reporting for Love News, I am Natalie Novello.